From the halls of CHS, this is PBC News.
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Welcome to PBC News.
The best news around. Recently, the band went somewhere. Hey, Danny, where did the band go?
The band went to Memphis, Tennessee.
Some of the attractions that we went to Graceland.
The Memphis Zoo, Sun Studios,
That's where Elvis recorded. The Gibson Guitar Factory.
a river cruise.
We went to the Peabody Hotel. It was a joke. It's pretty sad. Those little duckies did not do anything.
And the famous Beale Street.
My favorite part about the trip was probably getting to tour Sun Studios. Definitely Graceland.
My favorite part of the trip was probably the Gibson Guitar Factory because we got to go through and see step for step how a Gibson guitar is made, and then we got to sign a little tour wall, and I just thought that was really cool.
Now let's turn to our favorite vegetable and take a look at the third edition of Within the Cabbage.
Don't do it too long, or else you're gonna get all big old help with on moist hands.
Pretty nice setup you have here.
Welcome to the third edition Within the Cabbage. Today I have my guest Andrew Paternals. I got a few questions for this man. When I say like liver spots, what does that make you think of?
The liver.
Good point. Not many people get that one right. All right. So since we're all in psychology, I decided to give you a Richter plaque quiz. It's where you look at splotches and you say that's what that looks like. So I'm gonna show it to the camera first, and I'll show you the splotches and be like, "What's that?" And then everybody's gonna be like, "Whatever he said is really dumb." So
Sounds great. I love this.
you guys see it? All right. What do
It's
you?
for my grandma.
All right. My grandma's
She's
pretty
a nice
ugly
lady.
too. Yeah. My grandma was just a bunch of black ink as well. Look at that. Oh, look at that one. Yeah.
That's a Ford Taurus.
Oh, yeah. I used to have one of those.
See the racing stripes down the middle?
Yeah. Yeah. I used to
Power.
have power.
Torque.
Tor.
Put it up there.
All right. Number 3.
Oh, that's my childhood teddy bear.
That's actually a pretty good answer.
I miss it.
I couldn't tell you wrong on that one. Can you explain to the audience a little bit about like male pattern baldness, since you know so much about it?
I really don't know much about it other than I have it.
Mm.
It's up in this region.
Oh.
A little bit up here. I got a little bit you may not be able to tell because you're kind of short. Back in here.
Oh.
I think it's part of growing old. Drinking coffee.
Mm. Yeah. Heck, I drink coffee all the time. I love coffee. Yeah. Were you an orphan?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, I've met a few kids over the years, and I was wondering if you were like considering like converting to orphanism. It's like a religion for orphans, but only they can do it because they're like orphans.
How do you know about it?
Well, there was like this dream I had about it had like a dog, and this girl shot me with an arrow, and then she like force fed me peanut butter. But then I talked about it.
Hold on. Crunchy or creamy?
It's creamy, man, all the way creamy. Because if you put crunchy, it gets on the bread, it messes bread all up, and then you got some bad sandwich.
I agree, but can we talk about those crunchy people?
Ugh,
What are they doing?
I don't know, because you put it
Where
on
are
there,
they going with their life?
and you just rip the darn out of your bread all
Like,
day
what
long.
kind of bread do you have to use
Oh.
for crunchy peanut butter?
If you want crunchy, why don't you just go eat a peanut, darn it?
I mean, what in the heck?
I am done with this. What kind of bike do you ride?
Well, I've got a couple bikes. I don't mean to gloat.
Do you have the
One's kind of shiny.
torque Master 52?
No, I believe that's a drill.
You may be right. Milwaukee, I think, is who makes that. Yeah,
It's a good city.
it is the greatest city. Other than like other stuff, but it's pretty good. Yeah. Did you realize that riding a bike is for Nancy boys?
There's recently been a school musical. We have a few students here to tell you about the musical and different traditions that occur with it.
So we did Tarzan this year at the high school musical, and it was probably my most fun musical we've ever done in the last 12 years. Seniors had responsibility, cast members all took part, really enjoyed it. So I think we're going to have a good show next year, but I'm thoroughly pleased with this year's.
My name is Kyle Haskell, and my role in the musical was Tarzan.
I'm Conrad Salisbury. I played Turk in this year's musical.
Hello, my name is Danny Nodler, and I played young Turk in the spring musical Tarzan.
I guess I enjoyed playing Tarzan, yeah, but it definitely wasn't the most important role because the chorus had a pretty big part in it as well. But I think my role really kind of continued the plot along.
I had a lot of fun this year. Got to do whatever I want, basically. My character was really crazy, so it helped.
I felt like my role was really fun. I had a few singing parts, not a whole lot of lines, and so it was just a great time.
This year required a lot more effort, I would say, because last year we did Guys and Dolls, and the year before that we did Annie, and this one had a lot more set design and character design.
Since we played apes, we got a lot of free reign on what we could do during the musical.
I thought this year was a lot better. It went a lot smoother because people were actually doing what they were told and listening.
Yeah, we go steak and shake after we clean out.
My favorite tradition is little circle time before the musical where the seniors get to say anything that they want to say, and then we have an optional prayer.
One.
We also interviewed senior students on senioritis, asking them, on a scale of 1 to 10, what number best describes the amount of motivation you have lost since the beginning of the year? Here are their answers.
Probably an 8.5.
Probably like a 6. Honestly, at the beginning of the year, I was probably at a 10, so it's at least a 20 by now.
7.
200.
11.
Probably a 9. Just kidding. 20. We should sing.
Okay, right?
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth a new continent, a new nation conceived, liberty.
no to the proposition of all the men that created equal.
You're Bernie Sanders.
Now we are engaged. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether the nation or any nation conceived and so.